Flosstube. My name is Becca and this is Sweet Shadow Girl, and you have reached SamBrie Stitches here on YouTube. This is a channel about cross stitch, my designing journey in cross stitch, and sometimes other crafts, but today it's just cross stitch. Welcome to any new viewers or subscribers. I appreciate y'all so much. If you could just take a moment to subscribe and make sure you're subscribed, like, comment, do all the things. I would love to continue growing this channel. And welcome back to any of my returning subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you so very much. You know that. I enjoy interacting with your comments and all the love and support that each of you give to me. So thank you for that. Speaking of all the love and support, y'all, my 4-year Flosstube anniversary is on Halloween. I don't know why I uploaded a video on Halloween 4 years ago, but I did. And I'm coming up on 4 years. It blows my mind. It's just crazy. So that'll be exciting. Shadow has Halloween pretty booked up, so I'll have to see when I'll do my 4-year celebration video, but it'll happen. It'll happen. This is going to be a chock full episode. I was watching Chris Cross Stitch, who is back in recording, which is exciting after his move and getting settled. And I believe that he used the term royal flush in his latest video, if that makes sense. Being a fully finished, new start, work in progress, and a finish, which I have all those, plus a ton of announcements. So it's going to be a jam-packed video. First announcement. I am going to be at Acorns and Threads coming up on October 19th. I'll probably get there around 11 a.m., 10:30, 11 a.m., depends on what time I wake up since it's a 3-ish hour drive. October 19th is my sister Rachel's birthday. And so we decided that we'll meet up and shop, and I'm bringing a trunk show down to Janine. So I'm excited for that. And then we're gonna go to lunch. So if anybody happens to be free that morning, I would love to say hi and interact and meet y'all. I will hopefully be color matching an antique sampler, maybe. We'll see if I can get it out of the frame. I'm super nervous. So if you happen to be free on October 19th, come see me. I would love, love, love to meet you. I do have another announcement, but it's going to be in a little bit. I have to look at my notes because I have a ton of stuff that I want to cover. I want to show a beautiful, beautiful finish from my friend Jenny Simply Stitching on Instagram. And I'm going to insert the picture here as I am talking and pulling it up because she put information on there. So she said, this is an adorable design by me, SamBrie Stitches Designs, and it's the Let It Be piece. She said the chart and finishing kit are on the website of patchworkandpoppies.com, which is pretty cool. She had stitched hers on 40 count Zweigart summer khaki, and she used Weeks Dye Works in onyx, marigold, concord, blue heron, heirloom gold, and baby spinach. She says she'll have more charts up soon, and you can always find them in my shop too, and all the links will be down below. But it is a beautiful finish, so tiny, and I love how she customized it, and it just makes my heart so happy when I see people stitching my designs and sharing them and saying how much they love them, because it just means the world to me. So thank you so much for sharing that and letting me share that on my channel as well. The other little story that I want to tell you about is a friend of mine was at a retreat, and she messaged me. I've been really hard on myself lately. I've had a lot going on this past year and a half, and I really need to stop comparing myself to other designers and what other designers are doing, because they get to be featured at retreats and this and that. And that day, I'll get a little bit more into it when I talk about my personal stuff at the end, but that day I was feeling extra down, let's just say. And I received this message from my friend, and she had said she was at a retreat and she saw someone debating between my two Bigfoot fall releases, which was Bigfoot in Fall and then Adventure Awaits. And she kind of joked that, you know, are you having trouble deciding? And they were like, yeah. And she goes, well, why don't you buy them both? And they did. And she said that my designs mean a lot to people, and that just cheered me up. I love receiving messages like that, and I really need to stop being so hard on myself, because I've received so many amazing messages and pictures of people stitching my designs, and it just means the world to me. So that cheered me up. And so thank you to my friend and to the person who bought those charts. If you're watching it, I just appreciate it so much. A couple of things that I want to talk about. October 1st, the Stitchers Collective, which I am a part of, I am honored to have been invited and to be a part of it by Marumi Crafts. It was very sweet of her to invite me. But on October 1st, Stitchers Collective started the Stitchers Against Cancer fundraiser. So I'm going to read the information. You have through now, when you're watching this, through October 31st at midnight, Central Standard Time. You just have to do a minimum donation of $10 to one of the 4 selected charities. You'll get access to 26 designs. 26 designs. And one of them is mine. And then I'll put the information down below. You can go to the Stitchers Collective website. You pick the charity. And you just fill out the Google form, including the receipt and the screenshot of your donation. And after it's verified, you'll get an email with a link with the patterns. So this is my design. I kind of smushed together my Bigfoot designs and my Words to Live By series, and I tried to incorporate all of the colors. I Googled all of the colors to represent the different cancers, and I incorporated all of them into the design. We've had some cancer in our family. My father-in-law, one of my aunts. So it's scary. And I'm just honored to be a part of this, to raise awareness and to be a part of this fundraiser. So if you are interested, you can go to the Stitchers Collective website. You can check out my Instagram. It has a list of all of the designers that are a part of it, and a little snippet of each of their designs that I've posted as well. So, and the hashtag that we're using on Instagram is hashtag Stitchers Against Cancer. So we can find you if you're stitching the pieces. The other thing that I want to talk about was October 1st was Witchy Stitcher Day. There was so much support of people posting about it to kind of get the word out. I think that all of October we should support the Witchy Stitcher. I think she's kind of talked about it. She has been diagnosed with a rare form of cancer, and she's going through some treatment, and it's been pretty rough. And so the community, as amazing as our community is, has pulled together, and there's different ways that you can support the Witchy Stitcher. You can go and purchase her digital patterns, which I've purchased one, and I have a new start to show you. And then, or you can build her visibility on social media by stitching her patterns and posting pictures with the hashtag Witchy Stitcher Day and Stitchy for Witchy. Those are the hashtags. So any of her patterns. Or you can just let her know that, you know, she's in your thoughts and prayers on Instagram and Facebook at the Witchy Stitcher. Just make sure you tag her. And just, you know, I went and I looked through her patterns, and they're all amazing. My daughter picked out the poisonous plants, which I'll show you, and her prices are all in Canadian. It was only like, I think $6.50 for a PDF of her chart. So even that amount, if you can afford it, just go in and purchase one of her charts just to give her some support and some love. I think she would much appreciate it. All right, before I get any further, I want to do the winners of my giveaway for my last video. So I need to go to my screenshots. So the first one was the $50 gift card to Fat Quarter Shop. And I didn't even have to look up to see if this person was subscribed, because I think she's been with me almost from the beginning. So Rose Morrill, you have won the Fat Quarter Shop gift card. So if you could just email me, all of the winners, please just email me. And in the description of the email, put what you won. And then for Rose, I just need you to email me so I can have your email address. And then I'll contact Kate and she'll get a gift card emailed to you. The next one, that one, hopefully I have these in order, was a house. So Deb Neal, you won the Tiny Modernist house. So congratulations. What did I do? Oh, Bird. Bird, which was Jan Hicks Creates. And these were donated by the Fat Quarter Shop and by Carla of Cobweb Corner. Edith McClanahan, you won the Bird. And then for the quilt pattern, Patsy Owens, congratulations, you won the quilt pattern. And last but not least were the stitch cards, which I am currently stitching. Devi Sisk, congratulations, you won the stitch cards. So I wanted to get that out of the way to make sure the winners got notified. So I have one more exciting announcement, and then we'll start talking or showing some stitching. So this announcement is, I'm excited and I'm nervous, I'll be honest. I have decided, and I've been working on this for a little while now, to host a one-day, like half-day Zoom event, but also have a stitchy box with it. I'm not sure what the title is going to be. I need to hurry up and figure that out. But I have been working with quite a few makers. Just to give you an idea, ScarletSkyDesignsTX, Brandy at Be Stitch Me, Anna, StitchToolBox, April, who is CrossedinstitchesUSA on Etsy, Cindy Sorley from Stitchery XPress has been hugely helpful, and then Jennifer at WhatRUDoin Studio. I am also coming up with some items. I have designed 2 charts. One of them has 2 versions, 2 options that you're going to get, and that's the one that's going to be kitted up. And then the second one is just an extra chart, and they're both small. They're both 70 by 70. I've also designed some items to go in it, and there'll be lots of other goodies in there as well. So I'm making the announcement now. There is a limited number of these boxes in Zoom spaces. They're going to be listed in my Etsy shop, and that'll be linked down below on November 1st. So super nervous. And there'll be more details probably to come in a couple of weeks when I have things a little bit more ironed out. But it seems like everybody is now doing boxes, and I wanted to get this out before December, before Christmas time, because I know money is tight then. So that's why I'm putting them on sale in November, the beginning of November, and then they'll get shipped within the first couple of weeks of January. And then the half-day stitchy event, which is just going to be us stitching, and then I'm going to have a bunch of giveaways throughout the stitching time. And there may be some other games and stuff if I can come up with some things, but I think it's just really hanging out and, just kind of enjoying each other's company. I did this mainly because if y'all have been following me, I was signed up for 3 retreats throughout the year. Oh, there's Carl with a rooster. And I had to cancel them due to my health. And I'm really bummed that I wasn't able to go. I missed interacting with everybody and just being part of that community. So I figured just doing a half-day Zoom event, I'll be able to interact with some people, but also share pretty much this cool box that I've procured. I'm excited. I'm hoping, I'll tell you that it's a lot of work and it's a lot of money up front, which is kind of scary because you pay for this stuff and then you don't know if your things are, like, if your spots are going to sell and that kind of thing. So we'll see how it goes. But like I said, there'll be more details. I believe I'm going to do the half days Stitchy Zoom event. It's going to be on Friday, February 2nd of next year. I have to do it earlier because I've also got to get ready for market, which is at the beginning of March. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm excited. Hopefully you all are interested. Again, there'll be more information closer to when I post them for sale. And that way I can kind of hype it up a little bit more. But I wanted to give you all like a little sneak peek into what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm excited and I'm nervous. So we'll see. I don't know. Okay, so let's do a little bit of show and tell. Well, I guess not really show and tell. It's my winter new releases. They are shipping early next week. And before I show them, how many of y'all have like a shop that you order from? Or do you prefer or only use like the PDFs? Because I posted my full reveals on Instagram and there were several people that they wait for the PDFs. And so I feel bad for them waiting because they don't have like a shop near them or they can't, you know, pay for the shipping or anything like that. So I'm going to try and put mine in a little bit earlier than I normally do into my Etsy shop for PDF. So I'm just curious on that. So without further ado, I have 5 new winter holiday themed releases. The first one has a little story behind it. I don't have the model. My sister, Rachel, model stitches a lot for me. And she had sent this model like 2 weeks ago. And I was stressing this picture. Luckily, we had a picture that she took that she sent to me. It's not perfect. It's kind of uneven on the bottom, but I had to use it because we thought that my model was lost. And I was stressed out because I didn't have more of the Cosmo floss and I didn't have more of the fabric. Last night, she video messages me and the envelope showed back up in her mailbox. So I will have the model, but I'll pick it up when I go down to Acorns on the 19th. But this is the final installment of my Seasons at Autumn Hills Place, which I live on Autumn Hills Place. So this is winter. And so this model stitched on 18 count Bird's Eye Ada by Seraphim Hand-Dyed Fabrics. The stitch count is 125 wide by 90 high. The model was stitched by my sister Rachel, and it was stitched with 1 strand of Cosmo floss. There is a DMC conversion provided, but the DMC conversion isn't going to be 100% exact. So that's my final install. Look at the little penguin and the cardinal. People were loving the cardinal. That's what my sneak peek was. And there's a owl. I love this one. This is the back. There's a little picture of the chart. If you're new here or I don't remember me talking about it, I print my own and I print 70 to 75 I guess blocks on a page. I like to be able to see my charts. I don't like the tiny charts. And then also I put chipboard in my new releases now, so it's a little bit more sturdier, and I use a heavier paper as well. So, and I used my old logo because it was an owl and I thought that was cute. So that's my first release. Shops can still order from me. I will be sending to distributors. Hoffman and Yarn Tree will have them as well. But I do love if shops contact me. The next one is my final installment of the Bigfoot Seasons. This is Bigfoot in winter. I hand sew all my pillows because you know me and my sewing machine. But there's Mr. Penguin again and a snowman. And there's Bigfoot with a scarf and a cup of cocoa and a little cardinal. And I stitched this one. And then this is the chart. Bigfoot in winter. So this was stitched on 18 count Bird's Eye from Seraphim Hand-Dyed Fabrics as well. Stitch count is 70 by 70. And I stitched with 1 strand and it was just stitched with DMC. So this is the back. I started putting a little picture of the piece on the back as well. And then I think on this one, somebody suggested they liked the stitches and I hadn't printed it yet, so I added the stitches. I think from now on my releases will have the stitches included as well, so y'all can see those. The next is my I guess next installment of Words to Live By. This is the Hanukkah edition. I love this. This is just I bought like a 6 or 8 pack of these journals off of Amazon. But there's that. And then this is the turret. So Hanukkah edition. The model was stitched on 18 count Winter Blues Ada by Stitch Me. The stitch count is 74 by 103, and the model was stitched by my sister Rachel with a DMC. So that's the back. So there's that one. The next one is also a Words to Live By, but it's the Christmas edition. I love it. And there's the chart. I'm finally getting good at printing. Like, I'm so proud of my cover photos. Oops, there's a hair. It won't come off. Okay, so there's that. The model was stitched on 18 count Winter Blues, so both of them were Winter Blues Ada by Stitch Me. It's 70 by 101, and I stitched this model with DMC as well. And so that is the back. Very, very happy with those. And then my final release, if I can get it, is Oh Holy Night, to go with my Silent Night that I did. That is the chart. Model was stitched on 18 count Snow on Blue by Fabric Flare. The stitch count is 120 by 150 high, and it fits in an 8 by 10 frame. The model was stitched beautifully by Rose Castro using one strand, and this is DMC as well. It was just a DMC time. So I hope you like it. I was scared that it was like too plain, but I think it's really pretty. And I think that fabric is just perfect with the snow on it. So those are my winter releases. I have been super busy stitching some of my models for Nashville. The ones that are like extra special to me and that have special meaning, I've been stitching. I am so excited. I want to share them so bad. I finished stitching one of the models. I designed a new one that I started stitching, and I am finishing up one of them. I'm gonna have like 7 releases. I'm so excited and I want to share them so bad because I think my Nashville releases for next year are gonna be like my favorite ones that I've done. It's gonna be so cool. I'm so excited. So now I'm gonna insert a video. I did a fall previous finishes video that I am going to share with you, and then I will also include a fall tour decor video as well. I unfortunately did not have the energy to put up Halloween this year, but I may dig them out to do a Halloween previous finish parade. I hope that I have the energy to put up Thanksgiving. It's just I have so much Halloween, and by now it's the 6th and they come down, you know, so quickly, so I just didn't do it. I just need more energy, y'all, just more. So I'm going to insert the fall videos that I took here. Okay, so I am finally putting out my fall decor, and so I pulled my cross stitch pieces to show you, since I really haven't done much stitching other than model stitching. I do have model stitchers. I just choose to stitch the bigger ones and the ones that have special meaning to me. So I've been focusing on those. So without further ado, let's do my fall, autumn previous finishes. The first one is, this is a Waxing Moon Designs Got Crows. I think I got this from the dollar store, and then this from like Michael's or something like that, and I just stick them in there, and then they're put out together like this in the display. But I thought that was so cute. I love this piece. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to remember all the designers because I don't remember this one. I think this is a freebie, but I'm not sure who it's from. But it's on a fabric flare fabric. I don't know what count, but I hand sewed this. Oh, look, I need to fix that. That's what happens when you store them in totes. And that's the back. So that's an autumn one. This one is Waxing Moon Designs. And I filled this with sawdust. And then that's the back. Super cute. Couple other pillows. Oh, I don't remember who this is by. It looks familiar. I think this is another freebie, but I can't remember. There's that one, and that's the back. This one's a hands-on design. And then that's the back I made a. So I hand sew all my pillows, and then usually I cut a slit in the back and then fold them right side out, and then I just cover the slit. It's the easiest way. This is a Lizzie Kate. This is autumn. Little skaty pillow. And then that's the back. Oh, my grandkitty just walked into the craft room. And he goes right up to the window, and he's got a little basket over there, and he just likes to watch all the birds and the squirrels. I need to get back to these. I love them. They're the Waxing Moon stacks. But look at, love that. And I added, I don't remember if the buttons were called for or not. I think I added the buttons, but I can't remember. But I love this so much. I think I've done the Christmas. I have to look and see what I've done because I really got to stitch the rest of these. This was a Fat Quarter Shop stitch along. And you could choose different words to put in there. And I put harvest so that it could be for fall. And I framed it myself. The mat is not perfect because I cut it. This was the inside. There was a bathroom piece on it. But I love this finish. So there's that one. This is Little Halceta Works, Autumn ABCs. I usually finish it on a door, but now I just lean them. I don't know if I have a table here, so I don't know if you can see. I mean, I'm sure you've seen this. A lot of people have stitched it. I just love the scarecrows. Love it. There's that one, and just a couple more. Happy fall. I think this is Cherry Hill Stitchery. I love this. I'm missing a couple, unless it's not for fall. I'll have to look. Oh no, maybe that's Thanksgiving and that I put it out. Because Cherry Hill Stitchery, I stitched a lot of her patterns because I love them. But I think that one was for Thanksgiving. And then, of course, hands-on design. And this piece I think I got from Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I don't have the tag on it anymore. Probably Hobby Lobby. But I did it on, I want to say this is Brandy's dirty chalkboard fabric? Because I just liked it on like a grayish kind of color. That's pretty. So those are my previous finishes, and then I have a couple fall releases that I just did. This is Bigfoot in fall. That he's gonna go out. Look at the waterfall and the squirrel and the little mouse. Love, love it. And I'm gonna put Adventure Awaits out as well. These two, the Bigfoot in fall and Adventure Awaits, were super, super popular. So thank you so very much. And then of course my Autumn at Autumn Hills Place is gonna get put out. I love this. And so those are my fall pieces. I'll probably pop a decor tour in here as well, so you can kind of see everything with all the other decor pieces I have, because I do my seasonal displays in the small area down by our front door on the stairs. And then I do my holiday displays up in my hutch in my living room, dining room kind of area. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope that you enjoyed those videos. I need to start finishing and stitching and doing all that stuff more seasonal, I guess. Fall, I think I have the most of, just because I love fall. But I know a couple people said they missed my decor tours, so I need to get back on that. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Okay, so I have 4 whips to share with you. These 4 whips, because like I said, I've been working on my Nashville pieces. So this first one, I love this bag. Jasmine custom bags. Anything Bigfoot, I tell you, anything Bigfoot. So this one is Forest Home by the Blue Flower. This was an exclusive for Stitch Summit last year. She has since then released it. I have her autographed. Using the called for floss that was kitted, and there's my little owl floss bling from Yoo Flies. This is how I store my DMC floss away bags. It's the easiest way. I don't have the time or the patience to sit there and wind bobbins. Just can't do it. I chose not to use the kitted fabric. I am actually using 18 count arboreal from my friend Jody at Cedar River Linen and Design, and here it is. So I finished the tree on the top and then the mountain and finished the box around the words. Look at how beautiful that is. Janine at the Blue Flower has just amazing eye for color, and her designs are just awesome. So there is that. Looks gorgeous on this green too. So that is my first one. The next one I decided to pull out because, I don't know, autumn, it was just calling to me, which is strange. This is in a bag from Christine Stitch All the Things. I don't think she's making them anymore, but I love them. Then I pulled out Plum Street Samplers Autumn Gifts. So this was a stitch along, I think like 2 or 3 years ago with Matt, NBC Stitcher. I think he came up with a hashtag owl be stitching. And then I just didn't stitch on it. I don't know what my problem was. Here's the called for floss. And this is the floss bling. This is the one that I had to snag from Chris. And these is on 18 count Swiss Coffee by Color and Cotton. And I'm almost finished. I'm not gonna do the words, so I just have the bottom part like the water. So I finished the flowers and the rabbit this go round. And I started doing the water. That's gonna be so pretty. So this might be my focus to get, because I think it's just fill in for the water. Yeah, so basically all I have is like the fill in for the water left. I'm not gonna do the words. So that should be an easy finish. I just need to do the outline and then I can take it to like stitching meetups and stuff. All right, the next one, I don't know who this bag is this? So this is my new start. So this was what I purchased on Witchy Stitcher Day, Poisonous Plants from the Witchy Stitcher, because Brie wants to put it up in her room, and it's just DMC, and this is my floss bling. And Brie chose this fabric. This is 18 count woodland from Picture This Plus, and normally I only use 1 strand on 18 count, but because it's green on green, I'm using 2. I am not enjoying stitching with 2 strands, but it is so pretty, and that's my start. Hopefully I can get this done by Christmas, or her birthday is 4 days after on the 29th, so hopefully I can get that done and gift it to her. So that is so pretty. I'm not sure what bag, who made this bag. Usually I keep cards and stuff with it, but it's super cute. It's got a little bling on it, a little ghosty. So forgive me if you made this bag for me, or if you recognize it, please let me know. It's so cute. And then my last whip, I was just working on this morning. I was invited by the Fat Quarter Shop to participate in their Stitchtober, and I chose to stitch the set R of the stitch cards by It's So Emma. And it was funny because I posted and I think, who was it? I think Fat Quarter Shop. I can't remember now who commented, but we had started the opposite, which is funny. Like I started with the scarecrow and the bird, and now I'm working on the sunflower, and then the pumpkin will go here. This was on 18 count Hazelwood by Fiber on a Whim. I love this fabric, and there's a bunch, so I might use it. I think it'll look good with one of my reproduction samplers that I'm working on reproducing. But I'm going to finish these all together. So thought that was really cute. I didn't bring the floss because it's a mess, but they sent me the DMC floss pack for it. And this is in an Anna StitchToolBox bag that she made me, because it's fall and it's so cute and it's owls. So those are my whips. Sorry there wasn't more. I wish that I could show you, but I got to get my models done that I am working on, so that I can have peace of mind and be prepared for market. I'm gonna do giveaway now. There'll be 2 giveaways if you've made it this far. The first one is courtesy of Carla at Cobweb Corner, and it's gonna be both of these charts together. So Winter Littles by Waxing Moon Design, and then Perfect Snowman by Heart and Hand. So these 2 together, you're just gonna say winter. And please be a subscriber. Don't say giveaway or any of the trigger words. Please be 18. And please make sure you watch my next video to see if you've won, because I don't tag in the comments or anything. So there's that. And then the next one I'm able to show now is courtesy of Fat Quarter Shop. They send me all sorts of goodies, and they sent me the Stitch Quarterly, and it's Fall Harvest. This is the pattern, and it also has fabric flare. Oh, this is so cute. 14 count Ada fabric flare. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. Fabric flare is really fun to work with and use. And then there's some floss drops, and then a needle minder and the floss. So for this one, I'm sure y'all already go follow Fat Quarter Shop and the blog and all that kind of stuff. All the links will be down below for that. And so for this one, this is going to be a US only just because it's bigger. I apologize. The winter one is open to everybody, but because this one is a little bit bigger and shipping's going to be expensive, this will be US only, and just say Stitch for this one. And then the last giveaway is going to be picking a couple, like 2 of my new releases, or 2 of my charts in general that I have listed as well. But just because it's new release time, please make sure you're subscribed. Please go follow my Etsy shop as well, which will be linked down below. I would appreciate it. And for that, just say design. And I'm gonna make a note because I forgot to write that down. 2 of my charts. And it could be PDF or paper copy, whichever you prefer. Okay, so giveaways are done. I want to do, I only have like 1 piece of haul, and then I have Stitch of Kindness. The 1 piece of haul is my fabric of the month from Be Stitch Me, and I get a 20 count half yard, and this is Boneyard, which is really pretty, very Halloweenish, very pretty. And I am going to insert a little video that I took. If you want to watch every single pattern that's included in this Stitchy box of goodness that was offered to me that I went and picked up, you can go check out my TikTok. I did a speed version of each of the patterns, and it's on there. But I'm just going to do just the video of the box itself, and then I'm going to show you some of the charts that I kept. The rest is going to go to my Stitchy group. So I received an email the other day from a very nice lady, Alice, who lives about 20 minutes from me. And she said she had some cross-stitch items she'd like to donate to me and my Stitchy group. This whole binder is all freebie patterns that she has organized and printed out. It's amazing. On top of that, she started a strawberry. How cool is that? And there's all of these patterns. I'm going to pull out some to show you, but not all of them. And then these are Punch Needle and Primitive magazines. I am so excited. There's a bunch in here. All right, so the ones that I kept, first, y'all, Alice is amazing, and I'm excited to go back over there. She's going to go through her fabric. It's going to be fun. This binder is all freebies, and I was like, oh heck yeah, I'll snag that. She's organized them, and they're like it's incredible. It is incredible. So I was like, I will snag that. She lives about 20-ish minutes or so from me, so it was a little bit of a drive, but it was so nice to visit with her. I am keeping all 12 of the Bent Creek designs, January through December. They're all in here. I'm just not going to go through all of them. There are 3 Mill Hill kits that I am keeping. This one is the Christmas Village Victorian House. This one is Queen Anne House. And this one is Village Inn. So those are cute. Of course, gingerbread, because I decorate with gingerbread. Frosty. This is cute. It says, I figure if a girl wants to be a legend, she should just go ahead and be one. Love it. Yes, the blue flower acorns that I need to stitch once I finish my fall piece. Home of a Needleworker. It would be nice to stitch this up to put in my craft room. The drawn thread, Little Bits of Christmas. Drawn thread is beautiful. Prairie Schooler Christmas trees. Prairie Schooler Christmas alphabet. This one I'm excited about, American Strawberries, and it's cardstock. And she actually started this strawberry and has it in the strawberry shape, so I just need to figure out how to finish it. A Quaker Christmas by Bygone Stitches. Beautiful. I need to stitch this. Christmas Rules by Primrose Cottage. I see everybody stitching that right now. The Christmas Sentiments. Christine, Stitch All the Things, stitch this, and it's beautiful. So someday I'd like to stitch that. Christmas Piece. This is an older design by Just Nan, I think, and it's just beautiful. And then the last one that I kept was All the Things Cross Stitch by Annabella's. And there's so much more in that box that my group is just going to be super excited for. The other Stitchy Kindness that I received was from ScarletSkyDesignsTX. They sent me a box with the item that they are doing for me for my Stitchy Box Zoom retreat thing. But then they sent me extra goodies that just made my day. If you know me, you know I love my Stanley. And I can't pick which one to put on there, but these are Stanley toppers. Like I think I might do the Bigfoot one. So there's the Bigfoot one, and they just go on the top of the Stanley over the straw. This one says Stitch. And then this one is the needle. And purple's my favorite color. Like, I don't even know. And then she also made me some floss drops with Bigfoot. You see Bigfoot? And she sent me, now these are, you can put your DMC number, your DMC number right here, and then you can hang your floss on that. How cool is that? That just made my day. It just made my day. I'm so excited to show you all the collaboration with all of these amazing people, and I just thank them all for taking the time to make stuff and be a part of this. I just can't wait to share it all with you. The last thing that I got was because of, oh sorry, there's a plane flying overhead. I don't know if you can hear it. The last thing that I got was because of my friend Vanna Pfeiffer. She made a post that Build-A-Bear had a Bigfoot. It was a little spendy, but we now have twin Bigfoots. That's from Build-A-Bear. Is he not adorable? I had to share him because you know me, I'm a Bigfoots. So Vanna, I have twin Bigfoots now, which is the coolest thing ever because she is also a Bigfoot fan. Okay, I think that is everything stitching related. So if you don't want to hear about my crazy few weeks between videos, you can hop off here, and hopefully I'll see you again in another 2-3 weeks or so. Please stay safe and keep stitching. It has helped me through a lot, and I hope that it helps you through a lot as well. So, okay, I have had a crazy couple of weeks, and I honestly don't remember all that I talked about in the last video, to be honest. So I had a dentist appointment because if you follow me, you know that I was in the ICU and I had to get my teeth surgically removed, 3 of them. 1 of them was infected. So I went to the dentist to fix my other bottom 2 because they were broken, and I do not want to go through that again. So they were getting ready to numb me up. It takes a lot to get me numb. and they take your blood pressure. So they took my blood pressure and they were like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. It's so high. I was like, yeah, you know, we're dealing with it. I explained the whole long COVID. I explained the whole ICU thing, blah, blah, blah. So a few minutes later, they took it again and it was still high. And they were like, if it doesn't lower, we're not gonna like work on you. We don't want you to have a cardiac arrest, you know, in our chair. And I'm like, I won't, you know, blah, blah, blah. So they took it again, still high. The fourth time they had me like sitting up with my feet on the ground, you know, that kind of thing that the doctor does. And it was still high. But I convinced them that, you know, I had a follow-up coming up and blah, blah, blah. So they ended up doing the dental work. Everything was fine. I didn't have a cardiac arrest, or they were just really nervous. And they were like, you should really go to like the emergency room. I said, yeah, that's it. They don't care. They don't do anything. So that was fun, but my teeth are fixed. Then after that, the downstairs toilet, I have a split level house. Back in 2019, we had an electrical shortage that luckily insurance covered, that caused our septic to back up and pretty much go all over my downstairs family room and the laundry room and into the garage. So fast forward from 2019 to a couple of weeks ago, and the downstairs toilet started gurgling and filling up with the stinky sewer water again. And I'm freaking out because, you know, I don't want to do that again. It was so expensive. And we called the septic company and asked to be put on an emergency list. And so they came out. Luckily, they didn't charge us the emergency fee. They just charged us normal, and pumped the septic, and we thought that was all fixed. Well, it wasn't. The toilet continued to gurgle and fill up. So my husband went and bought one of those snakes, and he got up on the roof on a rainy day, mind you. And I stood outside in the rain too to make sure that he didn't get hurt. And he snaked all three of the, I guess, air vents that are up on top of the roof. And actually they were clogged. He got the clogs out of those. And so we thought, okay, that should fix it. That didn't fix it. So we had to call an emergency plumber. And nobody was able to come out for 2 days. So we had to like not use our water very much, which sucked. It sucked. Couldn't flush constantly. Like it got gross in a couple of days. We would flush every so often and then let the toilet downstairs drain. Luckily it didn't overflow. But the emergency plumber came out on a Sunday. It was a young guy, very nice. It was raining. Of course, you know, he has to dig up whatever, and he's in the mud. And when he needed to take a break, Darren stayed out with him the whole time, and Darren was digging too, just to help him. And finally figured out like where it was, got it unclogged, and a miracle that we could use our water again. I felt so bad for this guy because he was here almost 4 or 5 hours. And of course at that time Darren's soaked and he's been out, you know, digging this muddy hole. Our front yard is a mess. Like there's holes everywhere from the septic and whatever else he had to dig up. And so I was like, I'm just gonna go get Mexican food. Because I think Brie was at work. Can't remember. So I went and I got the plumber a couple street tacos because I felt so bad. And so hopefully he ate them. He took them with him. But I just felt so bad that he was in the rain, and he was so nice and understanding, and it was a nightmare, but it all got fixed. It was very expensive. Our credit card is crying very much. Sam had a couple issues in Canada, so I had to send her some money as well, with her car. And her car is the only vehicle that they have, and that's the only way for her to get around and for her husband to get to work. So I sent her some money and she had somebody come out and look at it and they fixed it. So again, credit card's crying. Doing this box, I have to pay ahead of time. So I have to put it on my credit card. My credit card's like up. So that was fun. I did have my follow-up doctor's appointment, and the doctor ran a bunch of blood tests, checking like my blood sugar, checking my iron, checking all this other stuff. There's a list, I don't know. I will get the results at my follow-up phone call with him, but he also put me on blood pressure pills, and I'm monitoring my blood pressure morning and evening for 2 weeks, and then we're going to discuss. I think you probably have to up it because my blood pressure is still high even on the blood pressure pills. So there'll be more of an update on like my blood test results and stuff like that when I have my follow-up this week. Well, next week, but this coming week. So there's that. I had a stitching meetup, which was a blast. We had pretty much several new people. A couple that drove from Tacoma, which is about 45 minutes-ish from me. We had another from Port Ludlow, which is across the Hood Canal Bridge. It was just awesome to meet new friends, and it was a great time. So we'll have another meetup coming up this Tuesday, which I'm excited about because then I bring the Stitchy box to share with everybody. My Build-A-Bear arrived. That, of course, has to get put in my life update because this just cheered me up, and to be twins with Fauna is just even cooler. So that was fun. I decorated for fall, released my winter design, so it's been craziness. Because Brie is working so much, I had to print and bag my charts, which she usually has been bagging for me. And with my arm pain, I have to wear, well, the doctor told me that I should not be using my arm at all to let it heal. Well, that ain't gonna happen. I have too much to do. So my friend Greg, who is part of the Stitchy group, suggested like a arm band. I don't know what it's called, but I wear it and it's like a compression thing, and it helps a little bit when I'm stitching, but it's really, really tight. So I've been wearing that. But sitting there bagging, that killed my arm because I had 5 releases. It's crazy. So that happened. We drove to Hall of Mosses on Sunday because Brie has been wanting to go there forever, and we've gone to Forks. Her and I have gone to Forks a couple of times, but never went to Hall of Mosses. So Darren drove us, and it was beautiful. On a busy day, there was a sign that said there was like 2,500 people that walked through there. There was a lot of people that day, and it wasn't even a busy day. So it's not like one where you can just go and enjoy your me time. You enjoy your me time with everybody else. But I was able to get some beautiful pictures. You saw at the beginning. It was peaceful, even though there was a lot of people there. And it was an easy hike that I could do. It was flat. It was slow. You stopped a lot to take pictures because it was just gorgeous. If you're ever in the area, near like Forks area, you should really go to Hall of Mosses. It is stunning, absolutely stunning. So we did that. Brie's been working a lot, so she hasn't had much driving practice time because she's always so tired, or like it's way dark and she needs practice in the daytime before she can drive in the dark. So we're still working on that. Sam is still getting settled in Canada. Let me just tell you about this nightmare story. So I wanted to send her some stuff because Canada doesn't have like Kraft macaroni and cheese. She needed some spices, and a couple just, gifts and that kind of stuff. So I use FedEx for shipping to distributors. So I figured I could use FedEx to ship to her. So this box wasn't very big, and it was like 18 pounds. It was like a medium-sized box. $312. $312 to ship to her. Again, credit card is crying. Everything's going on the credit card. So I shipped it, and we were watching the tracking. It gets to Memphis, Tennessee, which is basically the hub for FedEx to then go to Canada. And it sat there, and I shipped it on Wednesday, and it was supposed to get to her on Friday. Well, Friday came and the update hadn't changed from Memphis, Tennessee. Mind you, I had menorahs from her collection in there and a couple of mugs, Rae-Dunn mugs that had her name on it that are harder to find, things that really you couldn't replace. So I started stressing. And she was like, well, maybe they just missed a scan, you know, maybe it'll show up. Plus there were home-baked cookies from Darren in there, chocolate chip cookies in a Tupperware container. And there was just stuff that, you know, it just needed to get to her. And come Saturday, she's 2 hours ahead and she's like, you know, it didn't arrive. Still no update from Memphis, Tennessee. So Saturday afternoon, I get an alert on my Ring camera and it's the mailman delivering a box. And I was like, a box? What the heck? Her box was delivered back to me, missing the entire customs form on the top. So they stick an envelope on there with the customs form and the paid shipping and that kind of stuff. And I watched the manager who I worked with at FedEx put it on there. So it gets back to me and I'm like, what the heck? Because it says like postage paid or something and it's blank and there's nothing except for our addresses, of which I stuck on there. So I'm fuming at this point. So I immediately drive to FedEx with the box. And I was like explaining the situation. And then the manager, the lady that was there on Saturday was like, I can't help you. Can you come back on Monday morning and work with the store manager that you worked with? And she goes, because he'll have the ability to refund you and ship it back on FedEx's dime. So I was like, okay, that's exactly what I want to happen. So I go back Monday morning and the guy's like, I can't help you. I can't refund you. I can't do anything. You're going to have to file a claim with FedEx. So I file a claim with FedEx. She says you'll get a call within 24 hours. No call within 24 hours. I did get an email. The email from FedEx says, I'm sorry, we have no idea what happened with your package and why it was delivered back to you. If you want to request a refund, you need to call this 1-800 number. I was like, are you kidding me right now, FedEx? Just somebody give me my money back, okay? Because at this point, the cookies are no good because they were fresh baked cookies. Like I am fuming and I'm so stressed out. So I called the 1-800 number. Can't get through to anybody because I didn't put it under my business account number. So there was no account attached to the dang shipment. And in order to speak to a human, you have to have an account number. So finally, I just put in my business account number and they were closed. So I called the next day, that 800 number, put in my business account number, and I got through to a human. Very hard to understand over the phone, very thick accent. So I'm trying to explain the situation and it puts me on hold for like a while. And he comes back and he was like, unfortunately, I cannot see the credit card that you paid with because the box was not delivered properly. So you have to dispute it with your bank. What? It has the last 4 digits on the receipt. How can you not see my credit card number in your system? I said, this is not right. Like, I know that you can see it because I paid for it and the last 4 digits are on my receipt. So it's in the system. It was paid for. And he goes, yeah, I don't see it. So you're going to have to dispute it with your credit card company. Mind you, I'm supposed to be monitoring my blood pressure. My blood pressure was like insane. So I called the credit card company. I used my credit card with my name. They won't talk to me because the primary account holder is my husband. And then I'm the joint person on it. So I have to wait for him to get home. We get on speakerphone. And he goes, I really don't know anything about the situation. My wife is handling it. I give you permission to talk to her. And the lady was like, okay, you know, how long do you give her permission for? And he's like, she can have permission forever. Like, let her deal with the whole account stuff. And so I'm trying to explain the situation, and she goes, well, and she apologized. She was very nice. She's like, I'm so sorry, Rebecca. This is no offense to you, but I need Darren's permission to, you know, file the investigation or launch the investigation, all this other stuff. And my husband doesn't like to deal with any of that. But we're on speakerphone. He's like, fine, do it. You know, just like, yes, launch it. It was ridiculous. So the investigation is launched with our credit card company. And yesterday I reshipped a smaller box via the post office to my daughter. So hopefully that makes it to her. And I also sent all the documents that I had to the credit card company that they gave me a PO box for to prove that this stuff is happening. Absolute nightmare. So I've decided that I'm not using FedEx for anything anymore. Not for my business transactions. I will pay more to go elsewhere because they are horrible. Horrible. So that was terrible. And then that has been pretty much it in a nutshell. Darren and I are going away for the night because it's a long weekend, so he has Monday off. We have a free night down at Ocean Shores again, so we're going to go for a little beach getaway. So I'm excited for that. And I'll do some fill-in and model stitching there and just relax. And then we have to come home early Monday because we got to get Brie to work Monday afternoon. So yeah, I've had a fun few weeks. Hopefully your few weeks have been less stressful and lots of stitching and that your health has been good and that you are in a good place with that. So that is it. I'm about at an hour plus all the little extra videos that are in here. I've missed y'all. I hope that you liked my new releases. I hope you're interested in the Stitchy event that I have coming up. And until I see you all again, I love each and every one of you, and happy stitching, everybody.